Hey everyone, it's been a while. Welcome back to my channel. A lot of changes since the last time I did one of these, but today I am going to be talking about my top 10 games that were new to me in 2025. A few things before I begin. Obviously, I haven't posted in a while. A lot of changes. For one, we redid our basement. I have board games on shelves. I'll probably work on rearranging this and stuff, but I have a system, I swear. Some of my favorite games are the ones right behind my head in this area right here. Well, maybe I'll do a video at some point of the shelves, but the biggest change in my life is my son was born at the end of July. So obviously I haven't uploaded since then. I didn't even do like my top 10 games that were that I saw at Origins, which was the last convention I went to. Hoping to get back again to Origins again this year, and maybe someday I think do a list of those 10 games from Origins. I just never filmed it because man, things have been crazy. So talking about this space just a little bit, give me some feedback. Obviously, like this looks a little bit barren in some spots with things here, and the shelves are not the calyx that people are used to. But let me know how the sound sounds. Let me know how the picture quality is. I know it's not good. I'm just filming this on a laptop. Also, I'm not doing any video editing. I'm tired. I'm a parent of an infant. Okay, give me a break, Rich. Um, who yeah. Anyway, let's talk about 2025. Uh, because I had a newborn, I did not have the goal of playing 100 board games like I usually do, 100 new to me games, I should say. I did wind up playing 86 games that were new to me. Had a real hard time narrowing the list down to the top 10. I'll go 20 through 11 real quick, and then I'll talk about the top 10, only four of which I own and can show you. And like I said, I'm not doing any editing, so you'll just look them up on Board Game Geek. Great. Number 20 was Big Sur. Number 19 was Ubibo. Crazy it's that low. Number 18 was Avant Card. Number 17, Far Away. Number 16, Up or Down. Number 15, Confusing Lands. Number 14, Courtesans. Number 13, Toy Battle. 12 was Yro, Y-R-O. I think that's how you say that. And number 11 was Dropolter. Again, crazy it didn't make on the list. What a great game. So let's talk about the actual top 10. Number 10 was Eternal Decks. Big shout out to Jess, who taught me this game and kind of ran it. This is one of those cooperative games with limited communication, and you are trying. It's not really a deck building game. It's like a deck acquiring game. Kind of feels like it though. Everybody has these unique decks. You're playing cards in different areas to do different things. One of those games where you very much have to be in sync with the other players, but you can't straight up talk about everything. I really like the limited communication thing they have, where there's these two markers that you have, and you can put them in various different spots. And it means whatever you want it to mean. So, for example, if you know you're going to play a card in a spot, you might go ahead and put your marker there and be like, that's going to be me. Or if you're like, oh no, I'm really concerned about this, you might like put your two markers there and go like this. I don't know if that's in the spirit of the rules. It was great. Loved Eternal Decks. Number 9 was Viticulture. Finally played Viticulture after all these years. This is one of those games I played a couple of years ago on Board Game Arena several times with my buddy Lishko and his friends and family, and I wasn't super impressed on Board Game Arena. What I did wind up doing was my friend Ryan has it. We played it, and it was with the Tuscany expansion where there's 4 seasons. It's a worker placement game, but you play all of spring first, and then all of summer, and then all of fall, and then all of winter. Um, Really interesting to have the 4 different seasons. I liked it a lot better than the 2 seasons. And also, this game, like a lot of games, plays better in person than on Board Game Arena, especially for the first time. I'm sure I enjoy it more on Board Game Arena now than before I played that. That was number 9, Viticulture. Number 8, Black Forest. Shout out to Bob who taught me this game. Black Forest is an Uwe Rosenberg game where you're kind of going around a bit of a rondel and going to various different actions. It also has the resource wheel from Glass Road, which is an Uwe Rosenberg game I haven't played. Black Forest was great though, really interesting. Only played it once. If I had played it more times, might have gone higher up the list. As it is, number 8, Black Forest. I swear I own a few of these games, and I'll get to show you a couple of them. Number 7 was Moon Colony Bloodbath. Also don't own that one. Played Nikki's copy a couple of times. And this is a game where it's Moon Colony Bloodbath. You're building up your Moon Colony, and then robots come out of the deck and wind up killing everyone. Uh, as soon as somebody loses all of the people in their colony, very grim theme, then whoever has the most people in the colony wins. In practice, what that looks like is a tableau building and then tableau destruction. I know a lot of people don't like it for that reason, but it is fairly popular, and I think it's going to have some staying power. Also from the same designer as Dominion, Donald X Vaccarino, and that's pretty cool. Very, it's like a deck builder, but everyone is building the same deck, and so you'll put cards into that deck, and then they flip out in various different ways, and then you flip out in various different ways because your people are all dying to the robots. That was Moon Colony Bloodbath. Number 6, I can finally show you a game. This one is Zoo Vadis. I played this with like 3 different groups of people. I think it went over well with all of them, though this is not a game for everyone. This is a negotiation game where you are trying to get your animal to the top of the zoo. And in order to do that, you need to have majority in your enclosure to vote to move up to the next enclosure. Great, but you don't normally have that with your own guys. You need to get votes from other people. So you're kind of campaigning and really wheeling and dealing, being like, hey, if you vote for me here, I'll vote for you there. The deals can get kind of crazy though, especially because you're trading victory points, you're trading special abilities. Each player has a special ability, but you cannot use your own. So if you're the armadillos, people can use these little tunnels to go up, which is great, but you can't do it yourself. It's other people have to pay you for the privilege of using them. Really interesting negotiation. I'm terrible at this game, mostly because nobody trusts me and nobody wants to make deals with me, even though I'm a very trustworthy person. And people are like, "Oh, don't let Kyle do that." It doesn't matter. Love it anyway. That was number 6, Zoo Vadis. Number 5 is a crazy game called Surfasaurus Max. Um, this is a competitive game where you're kind of all creating a poker hand together by playing 2 cards in front of you. And whoever is part of the best poker hand after everybody plays 2 cards gets points. And you'll get more points if you play cards that are lower, like you play the 1s and 2s, get a ton of points. The theme of this game is dinosaurs surfing. This game is way out of print. They remade it as I can't remember the name of it, but like the theme is just like fruit. And like, come on, we're gonna go from dinosaurs surfing to fruit? I refuse. I will not play that new version of the game. It doesn't exist, which is why I can't remember the name. It's not just that I'm bad at making videos. Surfasaurus Max, I'm still looking for a copy. I'll continue looking for a copy. Man, this would be a great one to pick up. But Nikki has a copy, and also the Origins Library has a copy, and we played it there. And I'll play it again if I get to go back, because man, Surfasaurus Max, great. Number 4 is the last of the games that I do not own. I own the top 3. Number 4 is Magical Athlete. I wouldn't mind picking this up sometime. Magical Athlete is a redone version of an older game. It is a race, and you do 4 races, and it's roll and move, but you have 4 different special abilities. You have to use one in each of the races, and the special abilities are totally insane. So you're rolling a 6-sided die. One of the special abilities, legs, instead of rolling, you could just move 5 if you want. And the times I played with legs, he has not won because other crazy things have been going on. So you get like the banana peel. Every time someone passes the banana, they fall over. You have somebody who could just swap the places of other people. Absolutely insane, raucous, crazy, and really fun. Really like Magical Athlete. Number 3 is a tiny little game called Trinket Trove. So Nikki and Amy and I had a day, I think it was pretty early on in the year, where we just went to a local game store that has like a library there and some tables, and we're just like, let's just sit around and play games for several hours at Game Masters. Shout out to Game Masters. And Nikki had a copy of Trinket Trove because I guess it was in the summer probably because I think she had just picked this up at Geekway to the West. This is from a new company called Gamehead, and this is a fantastic filler game. It takes about 20 minutes. What you're doing, the theme is like mice who are kind of like the borrowers, using things in different ways. Like, a button might be a something, or like a toothbrush is a certain thing. Regardless, the art is cute, and it's basically set collection, but bidding with the cards that are also the points at the end. So it's kind of multi-use cards. And yeah, I just really great game. Plays well from, it says 2 to 6. I wouldn't play it with 2, but 3 to 6 all played really good. And some really interesting decision making about what you want to bid and how much it's worth to give up your cards, give up your points in order to have first dibs at more points. Only 2 more games left. Number 2, I can't believe, early on in the year I would have assumed this would be number 1, but number 2 is Underwater Cities. Shout out to my friends James and Sarah, who taught me this game when I was staying with them in DC. And this is exactly the kind of game that I love so much. Kind of like a Terraforming Mars, kind of like a SETI. One of these medium heavy Euro games where there's a big deck of cards, they all do different things. In this one, you're doing like a worker placement game and you're building out your little tableau of your underwater city. Really interesting decision making in this game. It's certainly an older game. These are top 10 games that were new to me in 2025. The number 1 is the oldest one on the list. But like, I'm so glad that I finally got a chance to play this game. Very cool, loved it, and I was able to pick up a copy with the expansion at Origins used for super cheap. Big fan, Underwater Cities. And finally, the number 1 game is not medium heavy. It's just medium Euro, I would say. Hansa Teutonica. Hansa Teutonica, I think, came out in like 2012 or something like that. This is one of those beige Euros. People say it's ugly, but look, that's a handsome man on the cover right there. It looks fine. And yeah, the board might be kind of drab, but it's functional, and that's all you need. Who needs theme? The theme, of course, is that you're merchants in the German Hanseatic League, as we all know, back in the whatever century. And you're trying to build your little trading posts and upgrade your boards. The thing about this game is that this is I heard someone, I think Mike Delisio, recently said it's a very mean game. This is not a mean game. This is an incredibly interactive game because you are rewarded for getting in the way of the other players. But when the game itself is all about doing that, it's all about getting in the way of the other players, then honestly, it doesn't feel mean. It doesn't feel rude when you've got like 2 guys down on an area and someone else is like, actually, I'm going to try and go in that area, try and get that route before you. And yeah, if you want to get it first, you can. You just got to pay enough to knock my guys out of the way, and then I get benefits. So the interaction in this game, like I don't know, I would call it positive player interaction. I guess I would, because it's not like you're losing points, but you are kind of like losing some turns. It's kind of negative, kind of positive. It's really fun, and this is one of the like you hear people talk about multiplayer solitaire games all the time where you're just doing your own thing, the other people are doing their own thing. Whoever does their own thing the best wins. This is the opposite of that. The game board is just exploding with all of this interaction, people going places, other people being like, oh, well, I don't really want to go there, but I at least want to get in your way so I can get some benefits. Really love Hansa Teutonica. Like I said, I'm shocked that Underwater Cities did not get number 1, but Hansa Teutonica is so good. Those 2 head and shoulders above the rest of the games I played this year. Though I played a lot of very good games, so feel free to ask me where things would have been and any games that we played together. And thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to do more of these. Hopefully, doing my top 100 games in February. But there's a baby around. Things change. Things really change. I'm tired. But I love him and he's the best. So shout out to my baby. And to you for getting through this video. Thanks for watching. Bye.